With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? 58's the mic. Going 58's the mic. You're trapped. Five. 58, right over.
Now Osweiler on 1st down.
65.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Chiefs nothing. Justin Tucker.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Fellas, let's set a tone. Check 52.
Ready?
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Good. Watch the twist. Mike, 36.
Bravo.
Mike, 36.
From the shotgun, Osweiler completes it to Hardman. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
His pass complete to Nico Hartman. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 49-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Quick dad.
Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Hey, foxtrot. Deep river.
On 1st down, Osweiler buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Tyus Bowser able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You ain't going nowhere. 58, boys, 58. Hit it.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Slam. Shoot.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check the outs. Check the outs.
Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Cut. And 96.
Go.
96.
Here we are. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Osweiler. It's Hill, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. He's checking.
61, matchbox lights.
SOS.
Ban.
Check.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
Big hit.
Let's go.
They
now.
come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Watch the screen. Check.
Look at me. Go. Ready.
On 3rd and goal, Osweiler. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 43. Jam him. Hard.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Jackson being chased out left. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 7-7, our score after one.
Mike, come on. You better bring it. Squeeze. Wide, get wide. Fuzz.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
58, boys, 58. Now.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. That one complete to Hill. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Safe. Check three. Hatchet. Same on. Check 13. Check 26. You're out.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And now Jackson will look to throw it. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Got it. 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Yo. Off the field. Let's get off the field. Check 37. Check.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Boys, let's go. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space. Not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On second and goal, Jackson, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal?
Slam, slam, slam.
Here's Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Chiefs 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
And it's a fumble.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, wahoo!
Boys, 58, it's Mike. Here we go.
Osweiler.
Here we go.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So flagged for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Osweiler. This is caught by Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
90 Wolf. Right there. Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
58's the mic.
Again on 2nd and 10 now, it's Osweiler eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
To throw again is Osweiler. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ingram again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I got it. Check your hot read.
To throw is Jackson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Yeah. 90, 53. Mike. Check.
Switch.
Back.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Delta. We own them. Mike, check. 59.
Here we go.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Buzz. Ready.
After the interception, here's Osweiler. And his throw here's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Here I come.
Here's Osweiler. Got his man. It's Williams. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
58, boys, 58.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And an alley to run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, they'll run with Ingram.
You got tight right there.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Throwing is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
59, Mike, the 59.
On first down, it's Ingram. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Watch the slant. Hey, check 24.
Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Come on, set. 60 yards.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Get it.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. Hey, here we go. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Watch the curl.
Hit it.
Now Osweiler. It's Kelsey on the grab. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Osweiler. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
58's the Mike. Hey. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Throwing on 2nd down. Osweiler. And his throw is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the pass. Here we go. 58, boys. 58's Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
58 for Mike, 58. 58.
Gone.
Here we go. Oh, check safety, check safety.
They're going on 4th down. It's Osweiler. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Greystone travel. Ready?
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
On the double.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Know your job.
Ready to go.
58, boys, 58.
5.
It's Coleman here. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Shift.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal.
Smooth.
At the 3-yard line.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. I'm here all day.
Now.
2nd down and goal. Osweiler under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jalen Ferguson in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Now Osweiler dancing to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
We got 4.
Hey, wahoo!
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 58, boys, 58.
Get it.
They'll try and throw for it with Osweiler. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Williams for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson.
Tighten up, tighten up.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over. Recon, 132 fighter.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got you, punk.
Shoot.
Throwing now is Osweiler. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
1st down, Chiefs.
Ready.
Boy, 58's Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
His team showed up. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Let's go.
Here's Osweiler. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. Now, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Ravens, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home